So yeah, the first one is a lack of control, and it's funny. Some of the stuff we were talking about before the show, some of the things I did last year, it was really about just taking back some control in my life. So everyone understands, the young person with diabetes who won't take their medications, and the only reason they did is because it was the only thing in their life they could control. Feeling like we don't have any control in our lives is really debilitating to us as human beings. We need to feel like we have some say in what happens in our day to day. We need to have some control over the decisions that are made. And before we know it, it's really common, especially in the healthcare field where we got into it to help people. There are four divisions in every business. We got in it for production. That's the only thing we want. We want to serve people. We don't want to do finance and accounting. We don't want to do marketing. We don't want to do HR. We don't want to manage any of that. And in fact, we're not, most of us, any good at it. And so we spend all of our energy trying to do the garbage we're not good at. And then by the time we get to the production, which we're good at and love, we got nothing left to give. And as you know, every interaction we have with patients, if you're doing it right, you're giving a piece of yourself away. So you better have ways to refill that bucket so that not only do you have something to continue to give, but so that you have something to give back to yourself, to your family. And really, when it comes down to it, think about this. Money's the number one reason we practice. We have to take care of our families first and foremost. And if we go to work and we don't get paid, we don't get to keep doing it because we cannot support ourselves. So I know that sounds dirty, but that's the truth. We've got to have some control in our lives. And if business is wiping us out, if in life we don't feel like we have any control, it will deplete all of your energy and all of your passion in a hurry.
It is a business, and we really don't get much training in it. And it's super important for us to remember that and start learning. We don't have to know everything. We don't have to be Jeff Bezos. We don't have to be Elon Musk, but we do have to have some basic understandings of those key principles for us to feel like we've got some control, because that's super important. When we can't put our heads in the sand and just pretend that stuff doesn't exist and I'll just keep serving people and it'll all work out. Because lots of times it doesn't.
Yeah, you can serve yourself right into bankruptcy. There has to be some mechanisms so that there's a fair exchange. And you know what? You can't give away to people that need it if you're not making some money.
That's right.
So when someone comes in and they can't afford your care and you can say, I got you covered on this one, it's because I've got my bills covered and I've made some fair exchange elsewhere. We routinely do things that we don't charge for because we love our patients, but we can't do that if we're not paying the bills.